Good evening. My name is James Parnafiello. I'm a physical education and health teacher here at Rutherford High School. If you're watching this video, your son or daughter will have me for one full quarter of health, where they will also have physical education for the remaining 3 quarters. A little bit about myself. I'm in my 8th year teaching, my 6th year here at Rutherford High School. I coach 3 sports here at Rutherford. I'm the boys varsity basketball coach, I'm the girls varsity tennis coach, and the boys freshman baseball coach as well. Enough about me. Moving on to health class. First and foremost, junior health. Major topics that we discuss in junior health include drug education, nutrition, and first aid and CPR. We generally will start each quarter off by introducing first aid and moving subsequently into CPR. Open wounds, things such as cuts, abrasions, lacerations, all the way into amputations are what we'll discuss for first aid, how to treat wounds, and then we will move into more serious, life-threatening causes of accidents and ways to treat accidents. In our CPR unit, we actually give each student an opportunity to work with dummies that we bring into class, and they will practice how to perform CPR properly. They'll work on conscious victims and unconscious victims and be very well prepared for the future in case of an emergency. After completing first aid and CPR, we generally move into our nutrition unit. Nutrition unit is very important and something that I believe that each one of our students benefits a great deal from counting calories to understanding your body, understanding what are things that you should put into your body, what are things that you should avoid. We also have a project that is a little bit involved, but it gives everyone an opportunity to chart what they eat and drink each day, and they're charting their calories for a week. This helps tell them consistencies, inconsistencies in their diets, and things that they could potentially avoid. The last unit that we'll focus on is drug education. We will talk about different classifications of drugs. We will talk about alcohol use and abuse. We will talk about tobacco use. This is definitely an important topic, which is usually something that each student is very intrigued in learning about in terms of short-term effects or long-term effects of drug use. In terms of grading, we break the class down into 4 categories. I'll start with homework. Homework is 10%. Homework may be given on a weekly basis. About once a week, students will have a homework assignment, many of which they will have opportunities to complete actually in class. The other 3 categories are tests, which is 30% of the grade, which will be given on each unit, so students can expect a test for first aid, CPR, drugs, alcohol, and tobacco, as well as nutrition. Classwork assignments is our next category. That's also 30% of the grade. Anything that is completed in class or at home. If you are in the Blue or Bulldog cohort, any classwork assignment when class is meeting, whether you're in person or at home, will count as 30% of the grade as well. For fully remote students, they are expected to complete all classwork assignments at home. Therefore, it will also be the same percentage for them. The last category, which is a little more involved, is our portfolio. Portfolio is a collection of various projects where students get to choose which projects they would like, which best suit their interests and their strengths. The portfolio is also 30% of the grade. Throughout the quarter, students will have plenty of opportunities to work on their portfolio when they're in class, as well as if they do not finish some projects, they may have to complete some at home as well. The portfolio projects range from things such as our level 1, which are our most basic projects such as crossword puzzles, word searches, or vocabulary booklets, into our level 2 assignments, which are a little more difficult, which would be, a good example would be a brochure, which is a very popular project that students tend to choose. And level 3 would be the most difficult and would get you the most points. And one of our most popular projects that students choose for level 3 assignments would be designing a field trip. So for this course, there are plenty of options, whether it's visiting local ambulance corps or designing a field trip that we would visit a hospital or a place where people are suffering from drug abuse or alcohol abuse could be examples of potential field trips students could design. Each student is required to complete one project from each level. There will be a total of 220 points that need to be submitted by the end of the quarter, and we generally break this up into a midpoint where 110 points are due, and then at the end of the quarter, another 110 points are due. Everything that we put up, whether it's in class or at home, will always be on our Google Classroom. Our Google Classroom code will be given on the first day of either quarter 2 or quarter 4 when your son or daughter has junior health. We will be streaming as well on a weekly basis to ensure that everyone that is home is staying up to date with assignments and not falling behind. If you have any questions throughout the year, please feel free to email me with any concerns or any questions you may have. Have a great night.